shit. Like, who does that? Like, you're a weird ass nigga for that shit. Do not let these ninjas play with you. Sold me on a fantasy, and I'm upset that that fantasy is not what I thought that it was.
Real bitch, pretty face with the light on, looking for a vibe, so she came to get a night on. Now these are the hoes.
Hi y'all, my name is Chiiilleee and welcome to my channel. Today, as you can see from the title, we are going to be doing a story time and talking about the time that I was catfished. Yes, catfish. But there is a twist and you have to watch all the way to the end to see what the twist is. So without further ado, let's get right on into it. Okay, I'm gonna start off with my Power Grip Primer. It's a little dupe for the milk one and I think it works pretty well. But anyways, straight into the story. So around this time, I had just broken up with somebody who really influenced me. I was like in love with this man to the point where I still think about him at least twice a week to this day, and this was like 6 years ago, y'all. So okay, so I just broke up with this man, so I'm heartbroken, but me being a Capricorn, I'm gonna bury that shit. Like, I'm not about to sit here and be sad, and nah. So I was going through my whole phase, basically, is what I'm trying to say at this point in time. I was going through my whole phase, and I was on Hinge, which is still, you know, it's still around today. I was on Hinge, and I was just meeting different men and going on dates and, you know, doing what I wanted to do with the ones that I wanted to do it with, and just forgetting about all my woes. So I matched with this one dude, right? And he's a little bit, he's short. He's not to my hair standards, but his face is so beautiful. Like, he was such a beautiful man, y'all. He had tattoos. He was a little hood bigger, you know, a hood ninja. And I love the hood ninjas. And he was like, we automatically connected. We was cool. He liked me automatically. He's giving me all these compliments. He's making me feel good. So of course we exchanged numbers. Now I'm gonna call him Dylan, okay? So me and Dylan exchange numbers and we start talking every day, and he's spitting game, telling me how he wants to spoil me. And I'm gonna do my no foundation makeup look, by the way. So I'm about to put on my concealer. I always use the LA Pro concealer in the color Chestnut. Okay. I probably need to get on into some new concealers, but if it's not broke, don't fix it, right? Anyway, so yeah, he's talking game. He's talking about how he wants to spoil me and all the things he wants to do to me and how beautiful I am, and he wants to make me his girl, you know, all this stuff. And of course, I am just eating it up. But mind you, he's telling me all of this stuff and we haven't met yet. And I'm not thinking anything of it because he gave me his Instagram. Now, so he gave me his Instagram, and on his Instagram, I see that he has an identical twin. Like, they are identical. You cannot tell them apart except for the fact that he has tattoos and his twin doesn't, okay? Keep that in mind for later. So I'm not really thinking anything of it because he gave me his Instagram and everything looked legit, like looked like a real person, so I wasn't tripping. So we're talking for maybe like I would say like a cool like 2 to 3 weeks at this point. And we're just texting. Like, we didn't FaceTime, we didn't call. Why? I don't know. Like I said, I wasn't suspicious, so I wasn't pressing it. And we had already made plans to meet up a couple of times, but each time, like, he had to cancel because something came up. So again, I'm not really thinking anything of it, but in the back of my head, like, the red flags are kind of starting to go off. So comes a time I live in Riverside at this time, and I'm working in LA. So like I said, he canceled the first couple times that we tried to meet up, and I'm like, I want to meet you in person. Like, I don't get the point of talking if we're not going to see each other in person. You know, I'm trying to say that, like, I don't want to talk to you like that and like gain feelings for you or nothing like that if I'm not even gonna be able to see you in person. So he's like, okay. He's like, I'm gonna be in LA, because like he lived in LA, but he was back and forth between LA and New York. So he's like, I'm gonna be in LA tomorrow night, like come through. And I was like, okay, cool, like I can come through after work. So I get off of work, it's maybe, and I'm coming from, I think, Marina Del Rey, and that's like in the outskirts of LA, and he's like low-key towards like downtown mid-city. So I'm in traffic. So I leave work at maybe like 6:30, and I don't get there until like maybe 7:38-ish, around there. And the place that he tells me to meet him at is, well, he says like it's his Airbnb basically, but it's one of those apartment buildings or complexes where when you go in, there's a security guard. You have to check in with the security guard. They have to call up to the apartment, make sure that you're cleared to go up, and then they'll send you up. It's like that. So I go in there, and you know, the security guard, I give him the name, I give him the apartment number, and he's like, hold on. So he looks it up, and he's like, yeah, nobody by that name lives up there. I can't let you up. So I'm like, okay. So I'm texting him like, yeah, the guard says he can't let me up because nobody by that name lives in that apartment. And he was like, no, like, this is my shit. Like, you should hold on. Like, because basically he said that he had my back. I was wetting my beauty sponge. Basically, he was saying that he had his boys up there, so he was trying to like entertain them, make sure they were good, and didn't want to like leave them up there by themselves, I guess. And in retrospect, now I think about it, I'm guessing that like this was not his apartment, but it was like an Airbnb situation. So his name was not going to be on the security guard's list because it was not his apartment. He's just Airbnb it, you feel me? But anyways, besides the point. So I'm texting him like, yeah, like they're not gonna let me up. I was like, are you even here? And he's like, oh no, I'm here, like just wait, like I'm gonna come down and get you, like just wait. And so I'm telling the security guard, I'm like, he said he's gonna come down and get me because he is up there, like that is his apartment. And he was like, I mean, I don't know, because the security guard's like, I don't know, because you know, then it's the wrong name. Like nobody even lives in this building by that name. And at this point, security guard is looking at me like like he's just like looking at me like this sad poor girl, she getting stood up. So by this point, like I've been waiting downstairs for like 25 minutes. So I'm trying to call him, he's not answering the phone. I'm texting him like, where are you at? They're not letting me up, like, are you even here? He's like, no, wait, like I'm here, I promise I'm here, I'm gonna come get you, like just give me a second, I can't just leave right now, like just give me a minute, like hold on, I promise I'm gonna come get you. So I'm like, okay, 25 minutes, 30 minutes, 45 minutes, okay? And I'm sitting here, I'm looking fucking stupid. I'm looking dumb. Like, and the security guard at this point is giving me like this pity-ish look. Like this poor girl waiting down here for a nigga that's not even here, getting stood up. Like poor girl. I look dumb as fuck. So finally I'm like, okay, and I'm just like, I leave. Like I said, I wave bye like a dejected little fucking puppy to the security guard, and I leave. So when I leave, I have to go get gas because I have to drive all the way back to Riverside. And if you know like how the landscape is in California, Riverside is a good like hour and 25 minutes away from LA. So I need to get gas. So I go and stop at the gas station, and oh, my bad. So while I was waiting, mind you, there was a period of time, and this is why I left. There's a period of time for like 25 minutes where he just, more like 30 minutes, he just stopped replying back to my messages. Like period. He just wasn't replying back. So I'm at the gas station, right? And all of a sudden he starts blowing my phone. Yo, I'm downstairs. Where are you? Where you at? And I'm like, yo, I left. What are you, like, what the fuck are you talking about? You stopped answering my messages. I left. Like, why'd you leave? Like, I told you I was coming down to get you. I'm down here now. Like, what the fuck? Now we gotta leave, yada, yada, yada. Like, him and his boys gotta leave. Like, I'm not about to do this with you. I am not about to do it with you. So now I'm pissed. I'm mad as fuck. I drive home. I'm ignoring him. He's blowing up my phone. And I'm just trying to figure out, like, you're blowing up my phone now. But earlier, yo ass couldn't even reply back, like, to make sure I was good. Like, you just really had me sitting there looking fucking stupid. I'm letting my, I just put a little bit of light concealer on my inner corners, and this is just a really quick makeup look, by the way. I am about to set the rest of my face with my Sephora Micro Smooth Powder. It's like an all over face powder. It's really, really bomb, y'all, too. But anyways, yeah, so I'm pissed off. Like, okay, whatever. So I'm ignoring him at this point. Get home, ignoring him. He's blowing up my phone. Next morning, he's still blowing up my phone. And at this point, I'm thinking, like, I'm like thinking he's a catfish. Because what the fuck? Like, who does that? Like, you're a weird ass nigga for that shit. So, but me, you know, being young and naive and just wanting the fantasy that he has been preaching to me and convincing me of the past few weeks, I hit him back. And because he was like, I know you're mad at me, yada, yada, yada. And I hit him back like, yo, at this point, I don't even know if you're real. Like, I'm thinking you're a fucking catfish. Like, we've never even FaceTime, we never talk on the phone. Every time we try to meet up, you cancel, or it's something like retarded as to why you can't see me. Like, so we were just supposedly in the same exact building and you still couldn't see me. Like, that's weird. It's suspicious.
That's suspicious. That's weird.
So he's like, I'll call you today. Like, I'll call you today. Just give me a little bit because I'm doing something right now. Yada, yada, yada. So I'm like, okay, fine. So he said he's going to call me in a couple hours. It's like maybe 5 hours later, he finally calls me. And when Dylan calls me and we're talking on the phone, to me, he sounded like a girl who was trying to sound like a boy. You feel me? So now I'm super suspicious, and I'm on the phone like, yo, this isn't Dylan. Like, you don't even sound like a dude. Like, what are you talking about? He's like, what do you mean I don't sound like a dude? Like, this is me, this is my voice, yada, yada, yada. And I'm like, okay, well, why can't, we should video chat. And he's like, I can't video chat because of where I'm at. I'm like, okay, where are you at? He's like, I'm just at a location right now. Like, I can't video chat. So now I'm really fucking suspicious. Now I'm like, okay, this person got me fucked up. I don't know who the fuck it is that I'm talking to. Now I'm mad. And I want to get to the bottom of this because, like I said, he sold me on a fantasy. And I'm upset that that fantasy is not what I thought that it was, right? So, I'm going to blend out my inner corner real quick with this bad boy. Yeah, so I'm like, I'm going to get to the bottom of this. So I get off the phone with him, her, don't know who it is at this point. And remember I said when we followed each other on Instagram that he has a identical twin, right? So I go on Instagram, find the identical twins Instagram and off of his page, and we're gonna call him Derek. And I messaged Derek and I'm like, hey, like, this is gonna sound really weird, but I've supposedly been talking to your brother Dylan, and I'm not, like, at this point I'm not sure if I'm actually talking to your brother. Like, I think I might be getting catfished and that somebody out there is using your brother's pictures. Can you help me out and let me know if this is your brother or not? This is the number that I've been messaging. And I sent him the number. He gets back to me like within maybe like 45 minutes. And he's like, oh, you've been talking to my brother. He's like, I mean, Nah, like that don't even look like his number. Like, I don't think that's his number. But he's coming off like he's not too sure about it. But he's like, yeah, like, I'm not for sure, but I'm pretty, which I don't know how, because that's your brother, like, what the fuck. Yeah, he's like, I'm pretty sure that's not his number. And then he's like, but forget whoever it is that you're talking to, you fine, like, you should talk to me. So I'm like, I mean, a win is a win. Like, they look exactly alike. A win is a win. If I'm not actually talking to the person who I think I'm talking to, but another person who looks exactly like him, minus the tattoos, and he's over here talking about, yeah, like, you fine, yada yada yada, you should fuck with me, like, what are you doing today, like, let's meet up, like, he's ready to go right now. So I'm like, what's the difference? Especially if I wasn't really talking to the person that I thought I was talking to in the first place. What's the fucking difference? They look exactly alike. So me and Derek started talking, and I think that, it wasn't that same day, but that same week, me and him meet up, we're chopping it up, we're talking, whatever. We start having a little situationship going on. We went to a concert together, we're hanging out, I'm at his crib, like, we chilling, you feel me? And the day that happened, and Derek told me that he didn't think that was Dylan's number, I blocked Dylan, right? Blocked Dylan, stopped talking to him, unfollowed him on social media. I believe I blocked his social media because I just wasn't sure. So I just made sure to cut all ties. And now I'm rocking with Derek, right? So like I said, my bad, I set my eyes off camera. But now that I am rocking with Derek, one day, and this is maybe like 3 or 4 months after the fact, I am at Derek's place. I had just spent the night, and it's morning time, and we're sitting there, and I think we was like eating breakfast, smoking, like that type of thing, just chilling. And Derek gets a text message on his phone, and all of a sudden it's like, he like gets up, like, ooh, he's like, yo, you gotta go. He's like gathering my stuff, like pushing me out the door. And I'm like, what is going on? Like, why, what is going on? Why are you just trying to push me out the door? Like, what happened? What's going on? Like, you got a bitch? Like, what's tea? What's going on? So he's like, I'm gonna tell you, but like, I don't want you to get mad at me. Like, don't get mad, but I don't have too much time to explain, because you gotta go. Like, you gotta go right now, you gotta go. He's like pushing my stuff into my arms. I'm like, now I'm rushing, trying to get my shoes on and shit. He's like, really damn near pushing me out the door. And I'm like, what is going on? Y'all, girl, tell me why this nigga, my bad, this ninja is gonna say, yeah, so you know, when you hit me about my brother, asking me if that was his number, like, I really wasn't too sure, because my brother always has a lot of different numbers. Like, he has his regular phone, and then he has like a whole bunch of different burner phones, and so I never really know like what number is his, because he has different numbers. So he's like, I really wasn't sure if that was his number or not, but to be honest, like, I low-key thought it could be his number, but I didn't tell you because I thought you was fine, and I was trying to fuck with you, and now my brother is on his way, and he can't see you here, because if he sees you here, it's gonna be a problem between me and him, and I'm not trying to deal with that today. Girl. What? And I don't even have time to process what he just told me, because he's like, you gotta go, he can't see you here. And I'm like, what do you, wait, what do you mean? Like, what do you mean that could be, like, that could have been him this whole time? He's like, yeah, like, he has burner phones because of what he does, and then on top of that, like, he's always cheating on his girl, so, like, when he's talking to other women, he talks to them on the burner phones. Why does it just keep getting worse? I'm like, yo. Yo, he's like, you gotta go though, you gotta go. So I leave before he gets there. I get in my car and I drive my happy ass back home, and I'm just thinking in my head, like, yo, what the fuck do you want? Somebody calling me from New York. Yeah, I'm just thinking in my head, like, what the fuck just happened? Like, what really just happened? So, I possibly wasn't catfished. I was just the side chick. Like, that's any better. So, after that, I mean, I didn't really make for me, it was just like, it is what it is at this point. It's been a few months. I don't talk to Dylan no more. So, like, it don't really matter. I never really even met Dylan in person. Whereas with Derek, I met you in person. We've developed, like, a friendship, a relationship. I rock with you, all that good stuff. So, I was just kind of like, whatever about it. It was just interesting. Like, okay, so both the twins, y'all clearly have a type. And you basically swooped me from out your brother's, like, shit. And we talked about it a little bit afterwards. And he was just like, my brother has a girlfriend. He's always playing games. Like, you wouldn't want to be involved in that type of shit anyway. So, like, low-key, I did you a favor. He's like, plus, I'm the better twin. Yada, yada, yada. So, I'm like, okay, wow. So, this happened a few years ago, right? Tell me why earlier this year... Okay, because I still keep in contact with Derek. We're still cool. But tell me why this year I was on Hinge again. And I matched with, guess who? I matched with, guess who? Dylan. So I matched with Dylan again. And I wanted to see what's up. Like, it was never really confirmed. Like, was I really talking to him? I don't know. Because he said he thinks it was his brother's number. Like, it could have not been. But he was pretty sure it was. But I wanted to low-key know for sure. So I matched with him. And we was talking a little bit. And I asked if he remembered me. And he said, yeah. He said, yeah. So... I was actually talking to Dylan, y'all. I know this was how I got catfished, or the time I got catfished, but I thought I was catfished. I wasn't. I was just the side chick. So yeah, he said he remembered me, all this stuff, yada, yada, yada. We matched. He wanted to link up with me again. And I low-key thought about being messy. Like, I'm gonna link with his brother. Like, I low-key thought about it. Just because, like, I'd be curious, like, I wasn't gonna do nothing with him, but like I just wanted to see what the vibes was. Like, I wanted to see, like, are you different? Like, do we get along? Like, I was just curious. I'm a curious ass person. I was just curious. So he was trying to make plans for me to come see him, but and mind you, at this point in time, I have an apartment in LA. But he was like, yeah, like, I'll hit you later for you to come through. Y'all, tell me why this boy hit me up at like 11:45 p.m., almost midnight, to roll through to his apartment. Listen, I may have like went for that 4-5 years ago when I was really young, naive, dumb, heartbroken, and just with the shits because I was going through my whole phase. But your girl has changed. It's called growth. what the fuck? I'm not meeting you at no, listen, one, I'm not meeting you at your place of residence. That's one. Two, I'm not meeting up with you past fucking 8 o'clock, bro. First time seeing you, I'm not doing it. So I unmatched him. And we just left it at that. But yeah, y'all. That is the time that I was catfished, but really wasn't catfish, really was a side chick, but then ended up fucking with his twin brother, so it really didn't matter because a win is a win. Yo, I do got some crazy story times from my whole phase, I'm not even gonna lie. That shit was fun, but your girl is trying to be a better woman, okay? So, but yeah, all in all, y'all, and I'm almost done with my makeup too because I'm not doing too much with it. I'm just adding my little bronzer. I'm gonna blend everything together. I'm gonna blend everything together with a big brush. Hold on, if I can find it. Blend everything together with this big fluffy brush. Don't got nothing on it, just so everything looks cohesive. But yeah, for my girlies out there who are going through your hoe phase now, no shade, okay? Because we all have one. Shit, I might have another one. Who knows? We'll see. The whole thing about it is just be smart about it. Like, if he is not meeting up with you right away, because mind you, Derek, the twin, we met up within a week of him like, you fine, I'm trying to fuck with you. It did not take us long to meet up and hang out. Whereas with his brother, Dylan, it had been like a whole month, almost a month and a half, damn near. And still never ever met up with him. So, you know, have fun. Go through your whole phase. Do what you want to do. But number one, stay safe. And number two, do not let these ninjas play with you. Don't let them play with you. If he is not trying to meet up with you within the first week of y'all talking to each other, next. Okay, because there's always a next one. Next. All right, we not doing that. Don't let him cancel on you. If he cancels on you once, next. Okay, if you're nice, you want to give him a second chance, he cancels on you again, next. If he can't FaceTime you, next. If he can't give you his social media, next. If he can't be on phone calls with you, next. Like, do not let these ninjas play with you, because at the end of the day, it's one of three things. One, they don't really rock with you like that. Two, it's a catfish. Three, you the side chick. Okay? So, learn from my mistakes if you are going through that phase right now. And if you're not, and you've grown and you're in a better place now, just laugh with me at my stupidity. Because girl, what was you doing? Like, be fucking for real. So yeah, I am about to, and I'm pretty sure I'm running late. What time is it? Oh god damn, my mama said be there by 2. I'm running late. I am going with my family to go ice skating. So this is like really just a really quick everyday look. It took a little bit longer because I was talking to y'all, but I gotta go. So I'm gonna show y'all the finished look, and yeah. Alright, that is the finished look for my everyday makeup look with no foundation. And thank you so much for watching this story time with me. I hope you enjoyed it, you were entertained, you learned something, learned from my mistakes. And yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe if you did enjoy this video. If you want to see more of me, definitely subscribe. I will be posting every single Monday, and yeah, I'm so glad y'all are here. Thank you, and I will see y'all in the next one.
They gon' say she rude, little bitty, just an icon, real bitch. Pretty face with the light on.